The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The new-look Jets ready to go on offense, and it is the veteran Aaron Rodgers at quarterback.
And this is a game for grit, determination, and somehow finding a way not to panic. What a horrible start for them. I mean, they haven't won a game yet. So now, as a quarterback, you're not just talking to your team. You've got to demonstrate to them what they need to do to win. He's got to be the leader by how he plays.
Right to the air is Rodgers. This one complete to Mecole Hardman.
A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play.
No one has ever questioned the speed of Hardman, who used some of it to get a first down there. He and the Jets both hoping that the change of scenery could unlock a new level of production from him.
Rodgers now on first down. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin.
24 yards to gain there. Another first down as well.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Throwing now is Rodgers.
He completes that to Garrett Wilson.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Well, only 3 plays in here, but really, Charles, a solid start for this offense, and now we'll see if they can continue their mission to end this drive in 6.
And I wonder if their play caller right now.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. And Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into it.
And he's going to go down again.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. Now make that a second sack here on their first drive out defensively. And not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
But they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Rodgers going to throw. And that is incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on third down.
Zerline's kick is up and through. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0.
I think we can safely say they came out to be aggressive on the opening series, Charles. They didn't run the ball once. All that passing, it does get them the 3-0 lead.
I think what we saw there, partner, was the true definition of football balance, which means doing what you want to, when you want to on offense. And in this case, it was throwing the football. They may mix in running the football a little bit more as this game goes on, but this opening drive, while it stalled out, it still gave them 3 points.
So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive.
They'll be led out by the man from the University of Washington. This is Jacob Eason.
A bit of a winding road to the NFL for Jacob Eason, included being only the 5th true freshman starter in Georgia Bulldogs history before finishing at the University of Washington. Plenty of potential with 6'6" height and a big arm to air it out well downfield. Has to show you can take some steps forward, going from reading college defenses and taking on the speed of the NFL and rise to the challenges that those defenses present.
Holding. Offense.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
The numbers on the ground for Williams a week ago.
12 carries, 56 yards.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Eason, open man, Hamler, that's complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. From the gun is Eason. He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. That one good for 13 and a Denver 1st down. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the 1st down there, help them relax a little bit.
And here, Charles, is a look at the inactive, some of the guys that are out today due to injury.
Yeah, and this is where the preseason work comes into play for some of those backups. It's not just them getting some experience on the field, but preparing each week in practice as if they were going to play. And when you have guys like that on your team, you've got a chance for success when the injury bug hits.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. You talk about this Jets defense. Right now they're ranked number 29 in the NFL against the pass, so 4th from the bottom, Charles.
They'll take that play right there each and every snap because throughout this season, they've given up some big plays. To be able to hold someone to no gain, oh yeah, they'll take that one all game long.
On 4th down, it's Riley Dixon on now to kick it away for Denver. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Here's Hardman to return. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the Jets will take over. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their 2nd drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Play action. Rodgers. Open man here is Conklin. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 8 catches, 96 yards.
And the competition gets a little bit tougher here because he's got to go against the #1 ranked defense in the NFL against the pass, the latest incarnation of the no-fly zone.
Here's a quick throw out to Wilson. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right, you're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
That's good for a Jet 1st down, a gain of 13. But Charles, a tough task ahead for this defense, trying to slow down Aaron Rodgers. What would you be trying to do?
I would think about selective pressure, Brandon, and what I mean by that is he's going to eat you up if you blitz him too often because he'll read that and go to the man coverage patterns. But every now and then you bring that pressure at him, make him deliver the ball on time. It's when he keeps the ball, maneuvers out of the pocket, and throws deep, that's when you're in big trouble.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Quick hitter here, it's complete. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another 1st.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
first down. Here's the run with Cook. And the big boys up front. They're going to stop him right at the line.
DJ Jones, former 49er, there on the stop.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Again, it's Cook. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for him.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
So Rodgers will depart, and on is Greg Zuerlein for the Jets field goal.
He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out.
Zuerlein's kick is up and through,
and that will make it 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goal is probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Eason's throw caught here by Dulcich. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 6.
A give to Williams, running right. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. He'll get 4 yards on the carry there, and we will get to the end of the first quarter of play.
6-0 our score after 1. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams.
And he will have the Broncos first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. The Broncos at 1-3 here in the early part of the year. But they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here. Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun. Got a man complete. It's Hamler. He's going to have the first down and more than that.
And all the way home for the Broncos score.
KJ Hamler,
his first touchdown on the year.
And the Broncos are an extra point away from capturing the lead.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. On the return from his end zone, Malik Taylor. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
And New York set to take the field. They're kind of searching for that magic elixir. You know, they're moving the football a little bit, but not with any great consistency.
I love that term you just used, elixir, right?
Old school.
Old school. I love that. Because you don't want to put too much pressure on your defense as well. All right, if you're kicking field goals, that's great. But your defense has to keep going out there and holding the other team. You're not giving them any cushion to work with, and that gets tougher and tougher as the game goes along. Put the ball in the end zone and get 6s. That's the ambrosia that they're looking for.
Ambrosia and trying to erase this deficit. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. It's a gain of 4 there and gives him a new set of downs.
A lot depended on the spot there, and he got it. But it wasn't by much, was it? I remember Coach Madden talking about, depending on which foot the official used, that would tell you whether you had the first down or not. You want that upfield foot to be the one that spots the ball, don't you?
And you and I have the luxury of a couple extra views here in the booth, and he did get it, but not by much.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Here's Rodgers to throw. That's caught left side by Hardman. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Here's Smith to return it. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. He had the touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll search for another score as they begin here with a 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Williams. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Eason sets to throw it. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find the hole.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Had an open man that time. They end up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Now Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Good work by that Bronco defense, and it leads to a 4th down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Zerline's kick is up and through, and they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This fielded right at the goal line. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Tremont Smith. And he will score. Touchdown, Broncos. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Marr on for the extra point. And the lead is up to 5. Well, we talk a lot about explosive plays on offense. How about an explosive play on special teams? Certainly one there on the kick return for a touchdown. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. Time for another drive here for this Jets offense. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get him 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
The offense on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Now it's Rodgers. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. Now the veteran Thomas Morstead on to punt it away. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one.
That's returnable now for Smith.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10.
So here are the Broncos to take over on offense.
They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I thought at first he'd try to run, but he just kept buying time to his right. Finally, nothing there. He wisely gets rid of it.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
Throwing is Eason.
It's caught on the right side. Williams. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Now Rodgers.
A short throw to Conklin, the tight end.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he is going to have a Jets first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down. Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw here going to be caught by Wilson.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. On second down, here's Rodgers. Escapes the sack. And it's incomplete.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
Rodgers again now. And he will not be able to hang on to the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
When you run into slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the 27. We'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over.
Denver's offense ready to go again.
And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Eason on second down. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Eason.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Riley Dixon now to punt it away. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10.
The Jets going to take over now late in this first half. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive.
On first down, Rodgers finding Hardman here over the middle. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Now Rodgers throwing on second down.
Locates Hardman for another catch.
Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers.
Now this airmail to the sideline. It's incomplete. And there don't appear to be any flags forthcoming. Maybe a little fortunate there. It's 3rd down.
Rodgers now to throw.
On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, 1st down.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Open man here is Conklin. Touchdown, Jets. Tyler Conklin in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Jets have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And the lead is now 2. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. A final shot before break. Eason. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5.
Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Out of the end zone comes Smith. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Now it's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
On third down, here's Williams. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. Call it a gain of 5. Fourth down now. Eason, he's going to stay out there. Looks as if they're going for this.
Delay of game, offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. Here's Eason to throw. 20! He's to the 15. And all the way home for the Broncos score. Tim Patrick, 48 yards. And the Broncos have taken the lead here in this third quarter. Wow, talk about a big fourth down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it and having that kind of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
Marr now to add the extra point. He's got it, and it's now a 21-16 lead. 5 plays there on that drive, and it ends with a Denver touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. On the return, it's Taylor from his end zone. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10 once again from the 28. To throw is Rodgers. And complete right side to Cook. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
He's just not at his focus in this game. It's not one drop. It's not 2. That's 3 for this contest.
Yeah, uncharacteristic for any NFL receiver, and he's no exception. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. It's taken to the 26. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. You see Tim Patrick as he and the rest of this offense get set for the upcoming series. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far, he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good, but there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now, they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But, boy, he can explode at any moment.
Yeah, when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Makes you hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 50 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Here's Eason off the play fake. Flushed out right. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
It'd be interesting to see what he decides to do the next time he's in the position we just saw there. Outside of the pocket, takes a throw downfield, it turns up incomplete. I wonder if next time he might take off and run.
2nd down, here's Eason. Into the hands of Patrick left side. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 29-yard line. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
They go play action with Eason. This is caught. A good pickup there, 22.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can give those linebackers a freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Williams will take it in. Touchdown, Denver. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Marr on for the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it was capped off by a Javonte Williams touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Taylor decides not to try to return it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. And New York set to take the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Just a gain of a couple there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Oh, the out route, he finds Hardman. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it's 2nd down. To throw, it's Rodgers. And his throw is incomplete.
Whenever I see an in route dropped, as we just saw on that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
Now Rodgers. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Looks like another empty possession offensively, and you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Javonte Williams and the rest of the Bronco offense back out onto the field. He's looking sharp here so far in the 3rd quarter, Charles.
It appears that the halftime gave him a little bounce. Came out, springing his legs, little pep in his step, and he's taking off and running really well in the third quarter.
Sometimes we talk about how guys don't want halftime to come, but some guys, they're happy when that break gets in.
You never know which way it's going to go. He's taking advantage of it in this one, though.
Williams going to get it again on second down. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. They'll stay on the ground with Williams, and he will have the Broncos first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They run with a former Bengal. It's Samaje Perine.
Past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 26-yard line, here's second down and 5. Play action. It's Eason.
Steps away. Throw left side complete. That's Burton. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is because you got to get his attention because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
He'll air this one out for Mims, and unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Jets will take over. Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Completes it to Hardman. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Baron Browning, the one who brought him down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Looked like they were set up defensively in a zone coverage, but somehow they found a seam because that receiver all alone. By rights, that should have been a touchdown, but somehow this ball's overthrown.
Now Rodgers got to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now a give up the middle to Williams. Now a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 80 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
Sometimes I think cornerbacks can benefit from the fact that quarterbacks might just forget about the idea that they might be near the line of scrimmage. How about the anticipation there, sneaking in and making a big play in the backfield?
Delay of game, offense.
Well, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Still 3rd down.
Delay of game penalty. Ships him back 5 yards, makes it 3rd and 10. They run it again with Williams. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. Now Brett Maher for the field goal try. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. Maher able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So an important one there as they widen their lead in this 4th quarter.
All right, partner, help me out with the math here. Make sure I am on point, because the way I see it, the other guys still need 2 touchdowns, but in addition, a 2-point conversion. So this is all about them playing perfect football from here on out.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
And New York set to take the field. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. See if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Rodgers. He finds Wilson. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score, because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Rodgers to throw once more. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Here's Rodgers.
He has a man. It's complete to Wilson. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. Looking sideline, incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
He'll get this to Lazard.
Well, almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. Fourth down. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a jet was shaken up on that one.
We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver.
They'll run for it. Cook. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. Here's Rodgers to throw. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers.
That's to Davis. He's got it. Touchdown, New York. Corey Davis, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Jets get a bit closer. So this now a 9-point difference. You figure the book here says kick the extra point, make it a one-score game.
Now, you and I have seen coaches get overly aggressive in this spot, but I agree with you. Kick it here and get back within a score.
Zerline connects on the extra point as this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here.
And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game here in the fourth quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
Another run on second down, trying to cover up.
And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now carry number 20 of the game. Here's Williams.
And he is going to have the Broncos first, and that should be the capper.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. Here's Riley Dixon now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line.
So now Rodgers with a new team, but in a spot he's been before.
Down by 8, a little over 40 seconds to go. Now their losing streak in danger of continuing as they come up on first down. Rodgers to throw. Open down here is Conklin. Back to throw, Rodgers.
And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
To throw is Rodgers. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his home. Got to totally command and make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
Rodgers to throw for it on fourth. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time.